that he's developed over time, or is that one that he just chose for this particular occurrence?
He says it's one that he's used before. He says he was in a game where he was very effective and it didn't go the way he wanted, but he likes the figure.
Okay. I was just wondering if he might be able to take on that role.
He's happy to serve in whatever capacity you'd like.
Detective, what is there a chance that you might be able to take on the persona of one of these guards? Not the exact of one of these guards, but maybe one of their kinsfolk.
Well, I suppose I could. I'm afraid that would be a bit of borrowing, digging deep in my reserves. Might need a bit of time afterwards. Sacrifice a bit now, not get a bit later. Risk incorporation. But I think it's definitely possible.
Okay. Does anyone have any objections?
Nope.
It's a good idea, and the person whose form he takes would be the one we could drug.
All right. Well then, detective, what I would like you to do is wait for the bard to, just as he's about to start, and everyone is distracted. I want you to come back in through the front doors and scream. The chimera.
What brings you here? careful.
You need something? soon. Great to meet you. Keep your feet on the ground.
Pleased to meet you. Very good. You're a tall one. Be seeing you.
Light me with you. Be careful. Hello. Safe travels.
is on fire quick, and then rush back out, and then any who follow, lead them through the woods on the road as best you can, and then dissipate yourself
What can I do for you?
just as you think that they might have lost track of you.
I understand, sir. Just a question. Wouldn't your target come with him as well?
Well, depending on who leaves, I think that
I would suspect they would all go, sir. It's their flagship and their home.
yeah.
That's why we lure him away. The bard upstairs.
Then you do it.
So wait, what?
Yeah, you lure. Instead of waiting until the bard starts, we lure the bard upstairs, and once he's upstairs, you spring your trap.
How are we gonna lure him upstairs? With your feminine wiles, Trask? Or...
Oh yeah, I'll be on the stairs, like showing my legs.
The sad thing is that might work.
Those beefy, hairy tree trunks of yours?
No, they're
No,
like
they look like
beautiful
women's legs.
They're beautiful women's legs, yes.
Because of the boots, they're cursed.
Sewer
Oh.
pumps.
Alright. That's fine. We could also super drug the bard. He wouldn't be able to keep up if they did happen to run out with them.
I don't think the bard's been drinking anything.
He's been kind of like obsessively reading this book.
So drug the people and call them out,
Careful.
and we'll deal with
King's honor, friend.
the fallout.
Let's drug. So, who are we gonna drug?
Everyone of all the guards, just a little, just to make them even more susceptible to the deceive, to the lying and the deceiving, and
Okay, is
That's
that
good.
the multi-pronged plan?
Sure. Let's do that. Let's pull the trigger on it. Go, detective. Go.
Okie dokie. So he
Well, we
leaves.
gotta lure the bard upstairs, right? That's
Right,
what you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
said, right?
The drug drinks are being
Okay.
passed around. Looks like there's an announcement made that the performance will begin shortly. The bard. This is made by one of the bodyguards on behalf of the Lord. The bard looks a bit nervous that he maybe isn't totally ready, but the Lord gives him a look like you better be ready and get to it. And he nods, and people start gathering for the performance over in this section.
Ari would approach the bard and say, I see that you're preparing yourself. Would you like to go upstairs? There's a slightly quieter spot for better reflection and preparation.
And he looks up at you, and there's this kind of manic look in his eyes. Yes. I have not. Well, this was unexpected. I did not think that your words earlier would have such a profound impact. That digging deeper, I knew there were other meanings of truth and means to reach the great truths, but I never thought. I definitely need a moment. So, if you're giving me that opportunity, I have to say, I would appreciate it. Just we have to make sure that we don't disappoint the crowd, of course. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be just one moment. I am going to seek out the deeper mysteries and return them to you. It's going to be very exciting. Just give me a moment, and my gracious Lord, you are in for a treat. I am so close, and to share this story with you. Oh, I have been looking forward to this for weeks, ever since I discovered this great truth. Your patience is much appreciated. Enjoy your drinks, and then enjoy the wine of the truth between the light and the dark. He starts kind of, his eyes kind of cross for a second, and he says a couple
Ari
weird...
just kind of gently starts to guide him towards the stairs.
Is
He
Raquel's
nods.
going to loudly clear his throat? While the beloved bard is getting ready, I propose we have a toast to our most honored guest, Lord Blackhand. And he's going to gesture towards the pirate lord and grab a nearby mug and raise it.
Thorn's gonna yell from the rafters up top, "Aye, aye!" to try and rouse the crowd a little bit.
By this point, they don't need too many excuses to take toasts. Each of the bodyguards looks warily at the Lord for a moment. He looks over at you kind of with a suspicious look. Give me a perception or deception, or persuasion or deception roll. Or performance.
I'm going to use persuasion. The best one. 20
Okay.
total.
He eyes you for a moment,
okay.
then gives a nod, reaches to his hip flask, tosses it back, and everyone kind of just waiting for a moment until he nods his approval. All lifts and cheers. To the Pirate Lord, the Scourge, the Blood Baron, the Master of Bedrag, and everyone's shouting and cheering, and all the guards breathe a sigh of relief, and they each drink their own drink. All the drug stuff being passed around. Okay. So everyone's drinking and carousing, waiting for the bard to return. Whiskerson doesn't arrive just yet, as Bard Farrell leans over to Ari. Thank you. It's been a difficult couple of weeks, I have to admit. I know you're just a fan, and I know you don't probably understand this very well, but with what you said earlier, I think there's a connection here. I've been moved. I've been inspired, the likes of which I have not been inspired for such a long time. Oh, his words, they speak to me, they call to me, they play themselves before me. A song I've never heard. It's glorious, glorious. It's like I found who I really am. Do you know the feeling? Probably not. How could you? How could you know?
Ari looks at his eyes for a somber moment and says, "Oh, there are deep things out there," guiding him up the stairs more and more. Deep things that others just can't understand.
No.
Haven't even comprehended.
And he turns at that and sits pretty quickly onto the stairs about halfway up. You're right, you're absolutely right. I used to be content, I used to be so happy with sing a song, do a dance. But now, there are deeper things to know. Deeper realities to discover. I know this now. I've felt it, I've seen it in my dreams. And isn't that what us bards do? We share worlds. We share discoveries and deep truths we discovered. It's all in here. It's all here. He gestures over with the book towards you. The call, it's so deep and true. I've read so many texts. I've been so many places. But this is it. This is where the truth really is. And I'm so eager to share it. For so many to hear and know.
And to do that, you must be at your best. So come upstairs and focus yourself.
Oh, it is quiet here. You've done a good service. Just let me read a bit more. There's a bit of blanks. There's just one point on which is unclear. I just need to unlock it. The words will tell me. The book will show. Thank you for giving me this time. I will use it well. I'll be sure to give you an autograph or some such when it's all over.
Ah, but the song will be its own payment, won't it?
Song. Such words cannot be sung. They are to be experienced. So he's kind of plopped down and is pouring through the book about halfway up the stairs. Carl Whiskerson will arrive on a signal whenever you want that to happen. But otherwise, Trask looks down the stairs and sees him sitting there. Thorn also sees he's just like sitting, poring over this book with this feverish devotion.
Yeah. Trask will prepare himself to jump down and stunning strike him, should it be necessary.
Ari signs to Trask. This is as far as I can get him.
And you'll see Trask prepare himself to jump down.
Alright.
And I suppose we both glance at Thorn.
And he signs whores. And in the meantime, he doesn't pull out his bow, but he certainly makes himself more comfortable in Injustice things to be able to quick draw on if he needs to.
Israfel's just gonna kind of move closer towards the stairs, just in case.
Okay. Anything else that's going to happen
Yep.
from you guys?
I have silence ready if I need it.
Short of a caw signal to
You mean cuckoo, cuckoo, like that?
yeah. The theoretical caw to Detective Carl Whiskerson if he can without actually making crow noises.
So in steps when you signal that, just kind of all simultaneous, after just a few moments of Farrell on the stairs, the most cliche, stereotypical pirate that you've ever seen comes in. The top Google search image for pirate is this guy. Okay, maybe not the top one. That's silly. But he would fit the description perfectly. And he bellows out, "Avast ye, me mateys yar, ye be needed over on the burning ship now there. Things be not so yar, and it's a bit awkward at first, but then he kind of and spits something out as everyone's looking strangely, slightly drugged toward him. And he nods. I mean, the ship's on fire. We being attacked, Captain. Need you come quick. The the pirate lord's up quickly. He's looking very discerningly. Give me a stealth roll, Thorn. You don't have disguise or deception, so we'll let Whiskerson's fate. Okay.
19.
You see the pirate lord gets up, just kind of shoves his way. People start scattering. The guards look a little woozy and hazy. But they come in this direction. He gestures them over. and it looks like they're. He peers at him one more time before barking, "Boys, let's go." And then he turns to look around, and Israfel's the only one downstairs. What do you want to do in reaction as he's clearly looking to find the bard and get him?
Israfel's gonna look at the Pirate Lord and say, my lord, Lord Blackhand, I will go quickly retrieve your bard at once. And scurry up the stairs.
Give me a deception or persuasion. Well, it's deception unless you're going to retrieve him.
Okay. I made a terrible choice. Oh, hey, not too terrible.
Okay. Let me make a roll from my end. Okay.
And the battle begins. Oh,
He looks over at you for a second. He's got this very good ability of making you feel like your lie or your ruse is immediately being seen through. But then at the last second, he lets you off. Just before you're sure that he figured it out, he nods. See to it, servant, to make sure that he returns to the Chimera. If he doesn't,
Absolutely, sir.
it'll be the heads of all the people here, do you understand? Yours
Yes,
first.
sir. Absolutely, sir.
Come in. Let's go run through whoever dares take a step on our ship. And
he's gonna be back once he figures it out that it wasn't done. So we're gonna have to fight him anyway.
Oh.
okay, so they've left, and most of the people look around, kind of, well, what do we do now? Well, the bard's still pouring through his book on the staircase.
Okay.
You see sweat coming. I mean, he looked real nice and pretty at the beginning, but there's some fever overtaking him or something.
All right, well, let's knock the shit out of that guy. Let's knock him out.
Okay.
And we can tell all the whores they can leave now, because
Yeah.
it's only collateral damage now.
Except for the horrors that were, if we can, we want to take the cups, collect the cups that the guards were using. If possible. Maybe we can get some samples from those if we need to impersonate them or something. Just good to have on hand, I think.
Maybe you might get lucky. It's not so DNA CSI. She needs bigger chunks, like full hair follicles and stuff. But maybe
A
you'll
body,
be able to get
a limb, something like that.
She'd prefer
We should have got
fingernails
horse on
or
top
hair.
of that.
She's
The
not.
horse should have been running their fingers through the hair the whole night and pulling samples for us.
Oh, sure. Well, maybe you can collect some there. We'll see how that can work. Him being utterly distracted and enthralled by his reading, you punch him in the back of the head and he goes out.
Take the book and burn it.
We need to get that to the Wonder Worker.
Ari
will say, "Do not touch the book," and he goes and gets some prongs from the fire and picks the book up.
give me a wisdom saving throw,
Even with the prongs.
especially with the prongs.
Fairly average roll. 14 plus 4. 18.
Okay. You grab it. You feel this kind of desire to. Well, maybe I could study and learn from it. Maybe that would be right. Maybe this would be the thing to help us. I mean, if there are secrets in there, that's smart. That's foolish to be rid of something so useful. But it's not so compelling that you have to do nothing but.
Well, so he wants to. So Ari wants to keep it.
It feels like more than destroying it. I mean, at least do your due diligence in understanding it first.
He'll just quickly tuck it away in his bag then,
Right.
if that's how it has affected him.
And
And
what
thus
do you
the
want to do?
downfall of the party begins.
Are you going after the pirate lord, or are you booking it to your caravan, or something else?
I say we book it to the caravan.
Okay. We have a lot of NPCs that can take a book to a caravan. I have a feeling that the pirate lord is going to be making better time than the guards. Do we want to see if maybe any of the guards have fallen behind and take them out if we can?
I think for me it would depend. Are we doing it this session or are we planning for next one?
You're planning for next session.
Oh, then we'll attack the pirate lord, obviously.
Yeah. Let's go punch him in the back of the head.
Okay.
While the NPCs are taking Mr. Bard back to the caravan.
Right.
Let's not forget to instruct them to take some hair from the bard.
Well, Iruvia is there, so she knows what to do.
She'll cut off that pretty little ponytail and turn it into some molly juice potion.
Somali juice potion? That doesn't sound...
Molly juice lotion, you know? Not polyjuice potion. That's Harry Potter, see?
We get it. It is something of the ilk. All right. So you've discovered and sided with kind of the Diamond Council, kind of the clerics, but largely just against the Pirate Lord. You've discovered one of the 4 hex ones that you saw in the vision, though this one seems a bit not quite a terrifying man who controls a horrific demon and unleashes horror upon the world. It just seems kind of like an obsessed handsome storyteller, but more will be discovered. And whether the Pirate Lord has the box or the Silver Council, the Diamond Council, well, we'll see. We'll decide to track him down and confront him post-party. And we'll do that next time.
Will Ari turn against the party and be the one riding the Cthulhu monster? Who knows?
Find out next week.
In a few weeks.
Find out. Yeah. Sounds
Absolutely.
good.
So why don't we, since Adam dropped off about halfway through, for point of inspiration, if you don't have one already, let's begin by summarizing, retelling what happened last time, and what your character's current thoughts are about the situation. So why don't we, since Adam dropped off about halfway through, for point of inspiration, if you don't have one already, let's begin by summarizing, retelling what happened last time, and what your character's current thoughts are about the situation. So let's have not Ari go, any one of the other 3 start us off.
Sure. So we had a wild dash through the city of Bedrag to catch up to the Pirate King. It was a really exciting chase. Unfortunately, as mentioned, there were two casualties of the innocent kind, but we were able to catch up to the Pirate King and his henchmen, and on a mounted combat sequence, we were able to stop them in their tracks, kill the Pirate King after taking insane amount of damage out of his boomsticks. And when we thought that we were good to go and enter the ship, the Smelly Queen showed her oozing scum, and Israfel, instead of having a nice chat and getting her to give us the golden box, decided to send her to another dimension for 60 seconds. So we took our potions of breathing underwater, jumped in. Some of us did really well at swimming and others were struggling. So we got to the underside of the ship that was being eaten away by ooze. Again, a couple of people dropped, but we managed to get inside the iron shoe. Made contact with two gnomes that were in there, and now we're on our way to the Pirate King's treasure cove. We'll have a small rest, and we know that there's a guardian, so we're in for a good time.
Would anyone like to add to that? Take your point of inspiration, Trask.
Nope, I already got a point of inspiration, and I think that was a pretty good summation.
All right. If you would like, what is your character's current thoughts as you jet along under the ocean in a metal boat?
Well, Thorn is definitely uncomfortable with the situation, normally fond of open spaces and forests, and so, but he is so not even thinking about that at the moment as he was getting onto the boat. Rather, he was thinking it was quite pleasant not to be eaten by slimes. And but now that he's trying to relax, he has a little bit of a problem with it.
And as Trask noticed the uneasiness in his friend, he'll give him the two boomsticks he took from the Pirate King for him to challenge his mind, asking him like, "Do you think you could use this?" And if it's a point and click thing, and the gnome can prep it for you.
I can certainly play with it, that's for sure. Might wait till I get outside to try it.
Yeah, please don't play with those inside. It's going to be bad. Says the gnome, who's piloting the ship. The emaciated, likely enslaved for some good while gnome. What about Isafel? What is his thoughts?
Well, when he finally comes to, he's gonna feel incredibly guilty about flying off the handle and banishing the Smelly Queen to an alternate dimension for 60 seconds. And take the time to pray for forgiveness and penance.
Very good.
I don't think your prayers are going to work once we get back up to the surface.
Yeah,
Well,
not
we're
for
certainly
her.
not going to the same beach, that's for sure. If we can get that silver box, we are out of the draw forever.
Oh yes, speaking of our return, Mr. Gnome, you said something that there's a special sequence, or the boat auto-destructs. Is there any way now that the Pirate King is dead that our return would be at a different location? Because I don't think we'll get a warm welcome at the pirate ship.
We can just need to go down to the treasure cove and the cave, and that'll be good enough. I was just saying that before, that we couldn't just take off and go go somewhere else, or it'd be bad. Pretty bad.
So we can land somewhere else?
Well, if you're able to get, deeper into the cave and get to where the Black Hand stores his personal effects, we should be able to find what we need there. If you don't, we'll certainly die deep below the ocean. Or slowly starve to death. Though I got you kind of head start on that one.
Oh, don't worry. We're not the type of party that goes for a long and starving death. We're the fast and explosively kind of death.
Or no death at all. That's also preferable.
Well, the trip is underway. If you want to chat amongst yourselves, fill Ari in on anything else he needs to know. Otherwise, we will be arriving at the Black Hand, the Pirate King's secret sanctum deep below the ocean.
Were we able to know anything about the Guardian that's supposed to be down there?
I haven't seen it myself, but it's pretty big from what the other people said. Got a lot of slimy, touchy things.
Oh, goody.
Yeah, the Pirate Lord had a little thing that he would go and it would be all good and stuff, but you blew him up. So.
And Traska goes into his pocket. Is it this? No, it isn't.
No, that's a bit of finger.
Okay, well, I don't know about you guys, but I feel, even after this short rest, don't feel on top of my game. So I do suggest we're being careful in what we anger in here. And he'll have a shudder look at Israfel on that.
Israfel's going to look away shamefully from Trask and not meet his gaze.
But I think we can agree that if we can defeat the Guardian, we should focus on getting the silver box and any items that could bolster ourselves and the caravan, and leave the rest of the treasure maybe for another time, as we're on a time-sensitive mission.
Indeed, overburdening ourselves right now would probably not benefit us.
And on that Trask, we'll ask the gnome how much of the treasure could we take safely with us in this ship?
That's a good question. If I measure the diameter and cubic circumference of the ship, and we just hit all non-essential elements, some.
Good answer, I suppose.
Yes, but can we be confident that you would know exactly how to store things efficiently? Should we have the chance to do so?
Sure.
Okay, good enough for me.
Just concentrate on what's before the loot and save the things for beyond that,
Oh no, that's the wrong way to go about it. You have to be positive and just plan ahead. And if you plan ahead of winning, you have to plan on how to take the loot back home. That's just how it goes.
All right, I suppose. I guess you must probably know because I'm a slave and you're you, and that's the thing.
Oh, you're not a slave anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, you're either free or you're dead.
Yeah, I suppose that's a good way to look at it.
And And tries to say, I already gave you payment. I gave you my rations.
Yeah,
that's
those were
your-
pretty crappy food, but it is good to eat something.
I was just going to say, isn't it better than nothing at all?
Could be.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I say we get to this place. Can't wait to get dissolved by a slime. Let's do this.
And Trask would ask his daughter when he's occupied with going with the ship, more information, the same questions, but then to his daughter to see what kind of person she is.
She's pretty quiet at the moment, but after the trip goes by and she kind of sees you a little bit, we just have about an hour or so short rests, hit your hit die, regain what you gain on short rest. She seems shy, but she'll talk to you. So, very nice what you did for us, coming in here. That's good.
It's only natural. People shouldn't be slaves, shouldn't be starving.
Oh, they shouldn't? But we were.
Yes, and we
We did something
somebody
wrong,
should have
did we?
helped. No, you didn't.
I didn't know
Other
we weren't
people.
supposed to be slaves.
No.
hungry.
Other people did something wrong. You couldn't help yourself, and other people should have helped you ages ago.
Oh. Are you people that help people?
We are.
That's good. Thank you.
How long have you been here?
Oh, a while. I'm not sure. But it's, well, like Papa said, freedom or death, right?
Preferably freedom, yes. But
I only thought one of those was possible for the longest time. I wished for it. But, now to see the other one's possible too. It's a bit dizzying.
well, if there's anything you need, just tell us. We'll do our best to help you further.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Trask will look at the other guys, like saying, "You know how awkward I get when I talk to people for too long. Help me out."
Ari kind of going, catching the idea. He tries to put his hand on her shoulder and says, "Freedom is a great responsibility, but it is well worth it."
Oh, that's good. I'd like to try it sometime.
And hopefully you'll get to. But first things first, we'll finish up down there and you can ponder on what you might like to do and see with those free eyes that you now have.
Well met.
Oh, Papa talked about the sun. I'd like to see that.
It's very bright, but Vita willing, you'll be able to see sunrises and sunsets. All beautiful.